afternoon. How are you? We're, what day is it? It's the 5th of October today. It's quite a prominent day in my yearly calendar. And tomorrow is my granddaughter's 9th birthday. I just don't understand how she's got to be 9. And just, I mean, both of them are just delightful. I love so much. Spending the week with them in Kefalonia was awesome. Really getting to see them play and stuff, it was just awesome. So, hi, how is everybody? Hiya, Jean. Hiya, Anne. I'm going to start with showing you a couple of layer cakes that have come in. Sarah showed you the flannel ones yesterday, which are going like hotcakes. They're just so beautiful. That blue is just a gorgeous blue, and the cream and beige is just amazing. These ones here, we're back to 100% cotton. Hiya, Carolyn, long time no speak. So I'm just going to show you these before we get started. So this one here is Bountiful Blooms by Sherry and Chelsea, which I mean, Sarah will be able to give you their life history and everything, but they look like mum and daughter to me. And this one is all like corals and browns and greens and teals or turquoise, whichever one you see, and this lovely brick red. Would that be brick red? Terracotta-y, you know, a gentle terracotta. Florals are just, it's just a lovely colourway. Very gentle. You can see all the different colours in there with your greens and your terracottas and your goldens and your turquoisey teals. Just lovely. So 42 10-inch squares, and then this one. Now when this came in, I thought, oh, that's a bit dull, because it's the Create Joy project and they do Euphoria, Chickadee, which were really, really bright colours. However, it's come in now and it is just gentle colours, and you've got some of the what they called landscapey ones. So you've got stripes there, beautiful different stripes in that one. You've got big florals in all different colours, and then you've got like these landscapey mottly ones, which are lovely. And it's actually quite a beautiful colourway. Oh, there's the landscapey one. Looks like a stormy sea. So we've got that one in as well. I would imagine they're $38.95. I'm hoping that we need to make something out of one of these, out of this one, because I'm going to say, oh, I'll do it. Plus the fact there's another one as well, the rainbow sherbet rainbow sherbet, beautiful. Right, so this is what we're doing today. It's just a charming basket. Now I'm going to change some of the sizes. It's a video that I saw come up, Spanish video. It was a charming basket in, I think, Spanish, because I couldn't find it last night. So I've tried to remember how to do it. It's a little lopsided, but in the video they put crisps and things in. So whether you would want to do that with this, I mean, they're small enough to stick in the wash, but it's a really quick little make. Okay, they're ideal for taking to class with you, putting all your rubbish in, that type of thing. You put all your clips in there when you're sewing, anything that you want to hang on to. So I started with 2 bits of fabric. Okay, I didn't spray this very well, so it has moved while I was quilting. It's not 3 bad. I'm just sticking the iron over it in a minute. Let's see if I can. It's been folded up inside the charming basket and then put into a project bag. Blimey, we're going to get on really well, isn't it, with my words today. They are lovely. Could you put a ball of wool in it? There's no reason why you couldn't put a ball of wool in it. It would probably take the one, but you can make them all different sizes. There's no reason why you have to make this size. I mean, if you've got a stew pot, use if you wanted it bigger so that you could get 2 balls of wool in. But yeah, you could. It would actually fit probably a Stylecraft 100 grams, especially if you've rewound it. So anyway, dinner plate. I don't carry a dinner plate round with me, but I do carry one of these. So we are going to cut this out. So you just want a circle, okay? My hands aren't big enough for this, and I've got big hands. So we're going to just go around, and you want a circle shape. Yeah, if it doesn't come out exact, I'm not going to worry too much. So I'm just turning this around, line it back up. There we go. Haha, look, all in one go. Must be a new blade. So we now have our basket. Now we have to decide whether I want it to go like that or like that. I think we're going to go like that. So I'm going to fold this in half like that. I quilted it ready because you don't need to watch me quilt. You all know how to do that by now. Okay, and I'm going to mark halfway. Okay, I want to know where my halfway mark is. Normally I would have done more quilting so that it lays flatter, but to be quite honest, I ran out of time. So we have our halfway marks. Okay, I need a ruler that is easy. There we go. So we're going to find our halfway marks like that, and I'm going to do 2 by 2 cut into it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to line the 1 inch mark up there on that line that I've just drawn, and I want these 2 points to go pretty much into touching the edge here. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it like that, and we'll see how that works out. I think I did a 2.5 by 3 yesterday and it wasn't quite right, so I'm going to do a 2 by 2 like that, and then bring that down there. So we're going to cut that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold that back in half like that. No, we don't want it like that, we want it like that. Not like that, like that. So we're going to cut that out, and by cutting it out all in one go, we know that this is going to be the same. Okay, So I'm going to take that to there. This is one of these things where you can play around with sizes and stuff. That way it'll change the size and the shape of your basket. So like that. So we're going to take those bits out. So we now have a bag shape. There's plenty of bags out there where they use this shape to begin with, and we're going to, it's going to look like that, okay? But before we do that, you don't want to do that, you want to do this. We are going to use bias. Now I've cut the bias. Now, easiest way to do bias is to take your fat quarter, which I didn't pick up, fat quarter or length of fabric, open it out, okay? Open it out like that, and you're going to take your ruler and see this 45-degree line here. You're going to line that up with the edge of your fabric, okay, and take that up, and you are going to cut along your top edge of your ruler down, and that will give you your 45-degree angle, and then you cut your lengths from that. Now if you want an easy way of doing it, you take a square and you fold it diagonally and just take off the edge. So you would fold your fabric. If you don't want to do it with a ruler, fold your fabric like that, trimming this edge off here. That's going to give you a 45-degree angle, and you've got stretch in there which you don't have that way, okay? And because we're working with curves, it needs bias. This is pretty, isn't it? Which one's this? Ooh, Liberty. That's pretty. Right, okay, so bias. What's all going on? What's all going on with all you lot? Hey, what have you got on this weekend? I've got a Tuffet course. So I have been busy printing Tuffet patterns and templates and counting rivets and stuff. Right, so for our bias, we're going to use it as bias, not a double fold binding. So I'm going to fold it in half lengthways like this, okay, and then we're going to take our one side and we're going to take it in to the middle. All right, you want it to meet that line that you've just ironed in. Try not to pull it, because you'll pull the stretch in it. So you're just gently easing it like that, okay? So going along, and you want it to meet pretty much. Then on the other side, you're going to take it in, but you don't want it to meet quite. All right, I want it to be, there's my fold where that one meets there, okay. I want it to come a little bit this side of the line. The idea is that I get a slightly wider lip when I fold them together, but you only want it like minusculely, but you know that if you take your time, you'll catch it all if it's slightly bigger. If you look at normal bias, if you folded that in half, I think folded bias will have one side slightly bigger. See how it just overlaps that little bit, and you want that one on the back. That's what I do anyway. Right, so we're going to chop that end off there. I want that on the back. I don't want to chop that end off. I want to chop this end off. Where's my scissors? There we go. So we are going to, I want to put the my sewing, my right sewing, proper sewing, on the outside, which is going to be the coloured one. So you're just going to line it up on the curve like that, and we're going to sew it down. Okay, so we're going to take that, and I'm going to line up my foot, part of my foot, against this edge and bring it in a bit and sew it. Okay, so we've got a music weekend. Friends from Ireland are coming over and we've planned music sessions. So are you going to play the music, or are you playing or are you going to be, are you playing the instruments, or are you just having like records? How are you going to do it? Where are we? We want 2 is me, 3 is that, 4 is this. I don't know what foot that is. Should be alright. If I line the edge of my bias up with the edge of that. So normally at home I would take the size of my stitch up a bit, okay, because I'm top stitching. I really don't know how to do it on this. I should have gone with Sarah when she had the lesson. So we're going along here, and we're just repositioning every little, do a few stitches and then reposition, and I'm keeping the edge of my bias against the edge of the foot. Can you see? Okay, I'm just going around here. So we do this side, and then we're going to repeat it on the other side. It really is a really quick little project. Now with the bias, you want to pull it firm, but don't pull it. The bias will give you that curve without it creasing and folding. Normally I would just lob a binding on, but we're doing it properly today. And if you use the same fabric as you have inside, which I haven't, the binding that you put inside will disappear. Do you see what I mean? So this has actually put the binding in the place that I want it. No, not that one, that one. So I've actually could have rolled it a little bit more. You could put another stitch in there. You can see I put a double row. It was a design feature because I missed on one bit. So we are now going to trim this off. So Erin's birthday, she's doing hot dogs, I think it is, with her mum and dad on her birthday. And then they're coming to us for Chinese the following day. I don't know how we ended up with the Chinese. Right, so we're going to iron this one as well. I haven't got enough on that one, I don't think. No, I haven't. And there wasn't much left on that one. That's why you cut 2, Sarah. So we're going to iron this in half. It really is almost done. Can I not go along and get a lesson now? Yes, I think we should. I should. It's either that or Sarah and I need a bottle of wine and she can give me a lesson. The batik binding. This is actually Create Joy project binding. We got loads of it in the shop because I think we had it for a project and we had too much. So this is their blender that comes with their Create Joy stuff. I don't know what colour they'd have here. Oh, they've got like browns. It's similar to that, and there'd be a greeny one. There we go. There's a bluey green one they have in this. I don't know whether they have a different one. Do they have one in the greens? The green's a nice green. Yeah, they got one in the green as well. This one goes with the Euphoria, the Chickadee. This is their grunge or bumbleberries, depending on which. I know bumbleberries is Lewis and Irene. So we're just doing this, and I'm doing it quick, and I can see a bit of a curl in it, but it should be fine. So go along there, fold it over. Hiya Grace, how are you? Haven't seen your name come up for a little while. How are you doing? So we're just going along with this one as well. I'm trying really hard not to pull it too tight. So we've got the Tuffet this weekend, and then Sarah's on telly next week, and then the following week we're in Malvern. It's really coming on fast, isn't it? So, there we go. I'm just sticking this, getting that finished one. There we go, like that. And we're going to stick this on this side, okay, like that, and then we're going to put it together. See, real quick, real easy. So we're going to again pick that little line there. I have to remember to keep removing my foot. I'm a great one for leaning on the pedal and stuff, you know, whether I'm driving or sewing. And my driving instructor used to shout at me. There's no reason why you couldn't do this and put a decorative stitch in anyway. You know, you could put in a zigzag, you could put in like flowers, or depending on your machine. Like that. So going along here. So what else has been going on? We've got some. Oh, we've got a. We've had some new Lewis and Irene in as well. I was about to put it on the system when I realised the time. But Arctic and Brennan. I think it's Brennan. It's a Delphine Brooks thing. And she's got this pattern that looks beautiful. It's like a tree of life, all in blues. The Arctic is owls and Arctic animals. Which button am I pressing now? 3. So there we go. We have a bound bit like that. We're going to chop that off there. You're not going to see that now. Right, so with your wrong side up, you're going to take your no, right side up. You're going to fold your, what are they? They're the vertical, your vertical cuts from your the cutouts, the vertical bit. You're going to fold that over like that, and then you're going to take this one and fold that over that way. Okay, and then you're going to bind that. Okay, now because I couldn't find the video, I'm not sure what they did. So all I did was make sure that's straight. Is you fold over your bit, and I've worked it out that if you have a slight fold down, can you see how it folds down like that on the other side? When you fold it, that bit will stay inside, so it's not sticking out. It gives you a nice neat edge. So you actually only want it to be about that wide. Okay, so we need to take off a bit so we've got enough to put in another fold on the other end. So I'm going to fold that down like that. So I do it straight there, and then I fold that slightly so it just comes down a bit. Can you see what I've done? So that when you fold these in like that and that, and then fold that over like that, you now have a tucked in bit of binding. You've got to have like 42 different fingers to hold all that together. So I'm going to fold that over so it crosses. Then we're going to put the binding over the end like that. It isn't the tidiest way of doing something, and I'm sure if I thought about it we could come up with a better way, but it actually, this binding sticking out actually helps the basket, the stability of the basket. It gives it that holding open thing like stays. Normally when you fold it, a cardboard box, and you fold it down, it will keep it stood up. So we're just going to sew that in place there. Okay, so we're going to go back over here, and we're going to find out how well this machine does with all of these layers. I don't know how to make that go backwards, so if we just turn it like that, cut it off. There we go, that's one. Is one. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. And we're going to do the same with this one. I'm going to fold it down here and slightly to the dip, and we're going to measure that against there. And we're going to fold that down like that, dip it slightly, and we're going to fold them over. I need to like that. It's not perfect, this one, but you get the picture. So you're going to fold these over. Now if you put that one that way and that one that way this time. They're going in the same, they'll be the same as before. I think I did it instinctively last time. I didn't even think about it. So we're going to fold that over like that. And we're going to sew that in place. And then we're done. See? Real quick. Real quick. It's only past. This is real quick sewing for me. You know, you're used to me doing like going up to 2 o'clock doing these things. Ugh. What did I do last time? That was underneath. That one's over. I actually pinned it in place, didn't I? Which means that I haven't got to hold it together when I'm putting it on. Now I've cut a 2.5 inch binding. I don't think it really needs to be 2.5 inches. However, it was cut. Right. So we now have a bit of a basket. So I'm just going to stick a fold in there. See if that will work. Fold it out. And then you're going to twist it and push it out like that. You see what I mean about it holds it open. And there we have another charming basket. There we go. Oh, I could put some of Erin's birthday presents in this, couldn't I? There we go. Look at that. So you can put your crisps in there, your hair grips. It's ideal to go in your bathroom because when they get dusty or whatever, then you can stick them in the wash. So there you go. And depending on where you put your edge and what size you cut that out will depend on where this where your what size it's going to be, just like any other box. I suppose you could put a clip on there. So there you go. It's charming. There's charming, isn't it? Yeah, Pat, I'm looking forward to seeing the one that you make for later. So, right, that's it. Where are we? Pretty fabric. This fabric is this one. I'm showing you on the other camera that's not on. This fabric is a Ruby Star, and I think that's all gone now. You might find some in your stash, Ali. This one's Create Joy Project, and then this one's a linen texture. I do enjoy linen texture. I make sure that I've got nearly all the colours, you know, like a long quarter of all the colours sitting in my drawer, because you never know when you're going to need it. So there we go. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bottom button in front of you for backwards. The bottom button. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. That's awesome. So now I can see backwards. I can do that. I remember that one. It's just that I pressed the button, the other button, and it went off on its own, which scared me a bit because I don't do button sewing, I do foot sewing. So there's me sitting like this. Right, okay. Yeah, they would be good in Christmas fabric as a gift box. Yes, you could. You can give them to somebody when you give them some wool, as Jean mentioned. You could stick a ball of wool in there, have it coming out. It would hold it. You know, if you're a middle puller, or you've rewound it. I do love it rewound. Right, I'm going because I'm out of words, and I will see you. Well, I don't know whether I'll see you next week, but I'm sure we've got stuff there. We'll do a live from the shop tomorrow, because there's all sorts of things in there to show you that you'll love, absolutely love. So I'll see you soon. You take care. The tutorials, you want to make everything I see. Anyway, right, I'm going because I could come on to another subject about books. It was right. We'll leave that one for next time, is there? I'll see you soon. Bye.